Dark. Light. Dark.
Dave.
Light.
Dave, you've been doing this for an hour.
The change of light bulb!
We're gonna get calls from the neighbours. Alright, that's good. That's it.
Was that a bit?
That's the... unless you want to do it again.
Nah.
Okay. Hello and welcome to NPCs of something.
Yeah.
Reviewing Sam Riegel's wonderful, twisted...
Fairytale Love Boat episode.
Yeah, so essentially the premise of Sam's one shot... I don't know where he gets these ideas. He's so pure.
And I apologise that it's so dark. Ollie won't change the light bulb, and we filmed it late. So it's partly my fault, partly your fault.
Yeah. It's been like that for at least a month.
I know, we've got recordings of us complaining about it.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome along. Nonetheless, beaming out of Wellington, New Zealand here.
Yes.
Myself, Oliver, Dungeon Master, and Dave, if you're new to the show. So,
anyway.
Yeah. So Sam Riegel's one shot.
Yes.
Basically the story is they're on a singles cruise and they are fairy tale characters with slightly altered names due to copyright reasons.
Yes, and all the players aren't Critical Role players.
Not
They're
a single one.
People from Geek and Sundry and
Yeah.
friends of everyone. So we'll go through the list of the players. So I can pop them up and match the characters with the players.
I love it when I don't have to edit these.
Yeah, I don't. So we've got Goldilocks, which is Stephanie Woodburn.
Absolutely gorgeous, really cool.
Although I fell in love with her by the end of it.
I fell in love with it within the first 40 seconds.
I don't know. I like personality. I don't just judge people based off their look. So
it's hard when you're this attractive to be anything other than superficial. I can't help it. I was born that way. Anyway.
You got the attractive bit wrong. The next one is...
I'm just jealous of my hair.
That's low blow. This is a genetic disorder being bald. That's me.
As soon as I said it, you can edit that out.
No, I'm not editing that out. I want everyone to know that you make fun of genetic disorders.
Hey, you make one of my disorders.
Of being attractive. You're not attractive, though. I'm not making fun of it. I'm stating a fact.
We're way off topic. No one's...
Anyway, Queen of Hearts is Amy Vorpahl?
With the most ridiculously difficult last name ever. We're going to completely butcher it throughout the course of this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, she played the Queen of Hearts, and she was the only one that really gave like a character voice. Except for the Scarecrow.
Scarecrow got
stuff. Yeah.
But Scarecrow was Michael Croner.
Yeah.
That was going to be John Heder.
Yeah, right.
So that's the guy he switched out. You can imagine John Heder doing that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Or John Cena. I think see that as well. I'm hip with the memes.
Don't be. We've got the Hatter, which is Yuri.
The Crazy Hatter, because they found out that Mad Hatter is a copyright term.
Yeah, so that's why I said the Hatter and didn't say Mad Hatter.
Well,
so we've said now Mad Hatter is going to be copyrighted. Good, thanks, Ollie. God damn
You're allowed to mention it. It's not like any time you say.
Well, how come they couldn't mention it in the show?
Because they would be playing the character, and the character is copyrighted. If I started saying, "Hey, it's a tea party," strangely enough, I am drinking tea.
Anyway.
Off track again.
Yeah.
Like
we got Wendy Darling, which is Molly Oshley.
Why do we leave it to you to have the names?
Because you don't write them down.
That's fair. That's more than fair.
Completely true, and this is why I do it. Why are you even questioning this? And also we've got Peter Pan, which is Noelle Stevenson, who actually played in Critical Role.
Yeah.
I think that's the only player that actually has played a character in Critical Role, Tova.
Yeah, and it looks like some of these guys probably haven't played D&D at all before, and he is using essentially 5th Ed, which is what Critical Role does. They do like a homebrew of Pathfinder, 3.5 and 5th Ed. Some of the one-shots that we've seen, like Mauritius and stuff, and Talisons have used other systems, but Sam decided to use essentially the basic rules of 5th Ed.
Yeah, so basically just, it's I think the same thing that Liam did when he did his one-shots. Is when they were kids, they kind of used the same classes and the same kind of abilities, but still kept Dungeons & Dragons. So.
Yeah, so essentially the story starts on this wonderful boat with...
Once upon a cruise.
Once upon a cruise. Lovely sentence there. Once upon a cruise.
Yes.
And we got introduced right away to Beast, who is essentially the MC for the event.
Well, they called him Cruise Master.
The Cruise Master,
You don't need to make up terms for it. He was actually called a Cruise Master.
Well, I've MC'd shows before. It's a term.
What was the ship called?
It was the SS...
Public
Domain. SS Public Domain. Yes, got one right. What do I win?
Not really. I gave you the public.
Well, I was looking at it because I did actually write that down.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're on the SS Public Domain, which is just another nod to the fact that they're using copyrighted characters and stuff.
Yep.
And essentially, they are all singles looking for love. Especially the Scarecrow, who has this wonderful line that I think says to every individual person, which is, I can't do the voice, so I'm not going to try.
Don't do it.
Are you in love with someone at the moment? Are you open to loving someone new? Which is a great opening line.
And I really love that. What was that? Hansel or Gretel? Hansel dies.
Yeah.
And he goes up to Gretel and
immediately afterwards and goes, "Are you in love with someone right now? Are you open to loving someone new?" And then who was it?
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks. Like, heading on a girl is not the greatest idea once she's just witnessed her brother be murdered with a cannon in the face.
Yeah. But we'll get to why there was a cannon in the face shortly. So, Beast introduces the crew, and then there's Aladdin, Hansel and Gretel, Big Bad Wolf, a lot of other fairy tale.
It kind of sets the scene that it's a fantastical realm where all these stories are connected.
And we do a speed dating intro.
Yeah. Which is hilarious because Sam, the DM, is like frantically trying to find a timer because it's one of those speed dating things, you press the bell and you move. He's like, I don't have one, F it, I'm just going to do it in my head, and he just starts counting in his head.
No, he doesn't, he uses his phone then.
Oh, right.
Anyway.
We're so professional here on NPCs.
It's just you make up things and I call you out.
It's the only person in my life that called me out on my bullshit.
Isn't that a good thing?
It's just easier getting away with it. Anyway,
no, it's not.
Essentially,
it's about being honest in your life. Anyway, so
I am in love with Bjork. Is that honest? Is that enough honesty?
I don't think that was way too much honesty.
Too much honesty. All right.
I mean, it's okay to be honest, but there's also things you should keep to yourself.
Anyway, they go on a speed date, and this is where the characters meet each other for the first time and kind of interact. Now, we do know from this that Peter Pan and Wendy have broken up. There's a bit of tension there, both being played.
It carries on for the
There's a lot of
episode.
tension there, and it gets carried on. So, essentially, like this entire episode was not so much about what happened. It was about the wonderful lines that came out of the scenarios these characters were put in. And one of the first ones that I've got written down is one of my favourite lines from the entire thing, and this will be the first in a long string of these. Don't have an orgy in a portable hole, that's my advice. Next to my comment, possibly the best line from anything ever. And right below that is, are you in love with someone and open to loving someone new?
I think the orgy advice is pretty sound.
Pretty sound.
So yeah, they basically do some speed dating, and this is where you get introduced to all the characters' personalities and types and all that stuff. Yeah. And they basically just put mixing and mingling, so a lot of words, a lot of drinks, kind of just a lot of banter backwards and forwards. But then the ship gets attacked.
Cannonballs fly.
And it turns out to be Captain Hook's ship, but it's not Captain Hook.
No, in fact, it is the Lost Boys from Neverland. However, they're looking ragged.
Also, Sam knows nothing about boats. I don't know how that's relevant. I've just read that down.
No, I remember why that's relevant, because he was saying things like, he runs to and then he's like, well, I don't know what the part of the boat is called, I don't know what boats are! And everyone's like, well, why did you create a one-shot entirely on boats on the ocean? And he's like, I'm just going to call it the helm, is that right? That sounds about right, it's the helm, fuck it, it's the helm! So essentially this is where Hansel gets his head blown off by a cannonball, and Scarecrow goes and hits on Gretel immediately after.
At the wrong moment.
Yeah, just remember, guys, out there.
But basically the Lost Boys have taken over the... Jolly Roger is the name of the other ship. Yep. And they attack, and this is where the combat comes in. So we start to witness the D&D Dungeons and Dragons battle mechanics.
Exactly, and this is where we can kind of discern what classes the characters are playing, because it's never said outright, but you can tell by some of the spells and stuff they use. For example, Queen of Hearts, I would like to rage. So obviously playing a barbarian.
Oh no, I was going to say druid. No, so this is what I've got, because we watch them separately. We don't hold hands and watch it at the same time.
We don't cuddle up in one giant sleeping bag eating popcorn and gazing into each other's eyes during the breaks. And I love that.
Every week you invite me, it's never gonna happen.
It's never happened yet.
Never going to happen. Okay, so I got Scarecrow as a monk.
Yes, that's what I've got as well. Peter Pan the Bard.
So I didn't get that.
Okay.
I got Mad Hatter as the Bard.
Okay.
But I mean, they both could be bards. Yep. Wendy the Druid.
Wendy the Druid, yes.
Now, what was Goldie?
Goldilocks, I've just got the name Goldilocks and nothing next to it.
I remember she had Thunderwave.
Okay, but a lot of people can have that. Druids can have that.
A lot of classes can have that. I don't think it'll be another bard. I'm thinking maybe a sorcerer or something.
Yeah, did she at one point? Because I think at one point she burned a sorcery point to action search.
Yeah, she did action search.
So yeah, she used a sorcery point to do so.
It must be sorcerer.
Sorcerer, there we go. We figured it out. This is another miracle.
Oh, we're wrong.
Or that. But hey, if we are, you guys do your wonderful thing, put it in the comments, and we can learn
And just cry?
Yeah, essentially.
Cry and die a little inside.
No, correct us, because, we don't...
Yeah, it's good, yeah. We want to be called out, because Ollie loves being called out on the shit. As he's
I have bluffed my way to this point. I am sure I can continue.
You're not going to bluff it with me. I can't bullshit a bullshit.
It's like going up to the gargoyle that's guarding the D&D door with a riddle and trying to lie to it, but he uses his true sight.
And it's always worked. You've gone to every gargoyle and they've always let you through.
Except for him.
I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
There's no such thing as this. Yeah. Anyway, so Captain Shook's... so, now they do some perception checks during the combat, and they notice that the Lost Boys have not bathed in quite some time. They're looking a bit unkempt and a bit ragged, and we find out why that is later on.
Yeah.
This is one of the hilarious times. Sam has an NPC. And the NPC speaks French, Sam says. And one of the players, I think it was Goldilocks, goes, "Oh, hey, good shit," and says some things in French, and Sam's face just freezes, and he's like... Okay, I don't actually know how to speak French. And then he says, okay, the NPC passes out, and you shouldn't talk to him again. Which is a classic thing.
It's a classic case of a new DM like being stuck, and it's like, nope.
The PC passes
dies.
out.
The PC just vanishes.
The NPC's gone,
Yeah.
So essentially, we've got Toodles, Nibs, Curly.
It's just all the Lost Boys. The twins.
Yeah.
The twins. Well, one of the twins was a pretty hard ass.
Yeah.
But basically, the battle, because we don't go too much into the battling.
Right. We kind of give you the couple of highlights from the combat. Yeah. We don't know.
But basically, when they subdue the Lost Boys, including killing one of them.
Yes.
And then it ends up the public domain. The ship that they were on was sinking, so they move over to the Jolly Rancher. Rancher.
Jolly Rancher.
As a lolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know why I said that. Interesting. I know. Yeah. No one does, Dave. No one does. Essentially, they run their way down below decks and end up locked in this room. That's when Queen decides to rage and try and break the thing down. Or is that? No, it's right before the combat, isn't it?
Yeah, anyway, that's before the combat.
So they hear the Lost Boys now deranged saying, "If we can't have Wendy, no one can."
So basically, they're heartbroken. Wendy and Peter broke up.
Yeah. So I think both in this story, Peter and Wendy have left Neverland.
Yeah.
And the Lost Boys are left without a leader or a maternal figure.
Or a mother to look after them.
Yeah, exactly. So they're their goal here is to get Wendy back and have her mother once more.
And they're slowly dying. Because they can't look after each other.
Yeah. So that's why they're attacking and such. Anyway, they subdue some of them and tie them up and kill one of them as well. It's D&D. You can't plan for these things. This is when the Lost Boys. I could just go the line. It was Peter is talking about Wendy and the fact that they broke up, and he says something I can't remember exactly what. And then the Lost Boys are like, "Wait, so it was our fault? We did it. We caused the breakup!" And they start crying, which I just thought Sam did wonderfully.
Cool story, bro. So anyway, we see Beast in a lifeboat.
I'm just gonna move the camera so I can't see you anymore.
Do you want to do this for yourself? Go ahead.
Alright, cool. So then after that, what happens is he's actually leaving. I can't. You know I can't.
I know.
You know I can't do this by myself.
Then why did you turn the camera?
It was just brief revenge.
Now the framing's gonna be off. God
anyway,
damn it, Ollie. So anyway, Beast is in a lifeboat. We'll start there.
Correct. He's rowing his way away from the ship wreckage of the SS Public Domain and the now taken over ship, the Jolly Roger.
Yeah. So basically, they rescue the Beast, and he's like all distraught, and and then we find out because they got given a puzzle, which was a cool little unique thing. Yeah. But you find out Captain Cook and Beauty were
hook it up.
Boinking. I'm calling it boinking.
I was doing the pun with the hooking up.
Because he's Hook. I didn't get that.
Yeah, I'm clever. So this is actually quite a cool device that I hadn't seen in D&D before, but one that you could easily employ. Essentially, Sam says the bits of paper are all ripped up, but he hands them a puzzle, like a standard jigsaw puzzle that he's written the message on. So basically he just gets a blank, like a white puzzle, and just writes on the message and then gives it to the party.
Yeah.
Cool little puzzle, fun to figure out. He did stuff up because the pieces got jumbled in his bag, so the tables had some of each other's pieces, but they eventually figure it out. However, it's missing one piece.
Yes.
The name of the captain, essentially.
Well, it said captain and there was
then
a piece missing, so
initial.
the Scarecrow did say or imply that it doesn't necessarily mean Captain Hook.
Right.
It said captain.
Some captain.
But it does remind me of when we first started our games, you gave Sylvius that puzzle.
Yeah.
And he worked it out way too quickly.
Like, immediately. Turns out that I'd picked the person wrong because Casper, who plays Sylvius, loves puzzles and is really good at them.
And just
so I had this puzzle inside, there was this real powerful ring, and I'm just like, here, you can try and open it whenever your character has downtime. And Casper goes, oh, sweet. Opened it, it's done. What's this? And I'm like, oh, man.
It's like level 2 or level 3.
Yeah, that was supposed to take ages. Anyway, so essentially we learned that, Beauty has been hooking up with Hook and betraying Beast, sleeping around behind his back.
Yeah. So they decided to carry on to Pleasure Island because all of Beast's personal, his employees are there with all food and stuff to look after them. So they decided to go off to Pleasure Island.
They think it would be the best course of action. That's actually the break, so that's half of the episode already. A lot of it was just kind of fun interactions of character moments and stuff. And yeah, it's fairly polarized online. I think that it was most enjoyable as a fun little one shot. I would say watch the entirety, but that's halfway.
Yeah, it's like you wrapping it up at the break.
No, that's halfway through.
Do you want me to go again, or okay? Anyway, so when they come back, Beast kind of entices the team to play a little dating game, like questionnaire kind of thing. And this is when this weird thing happens. So Peter Pan wins it, or Wendy wins it, and then Peter Pan and Wendy and the Hatter go into a room.
This is where it starts getting a little bit weird.
It's not weird in the sense of like it's okay if you.
Of course. But it gets the sexual tension goes from here and just keeps rising for the rest of the episode.
So yeah, they kind of go into like a therapy room, and then at one time Wendy kisses. No, I'm sorry, Peter kisses the Hatter, and then Wendy kisses the Hatter, and then. Yeah.
Basically, they all make out with each other.
Basically, it becomes an orgy. It's an implied orgy.
A little bit of an orgy happens.
Is it an orgy with 3 people or just the threesome?
No, that's a threesome. I think it has to be at least over 6 for an orgy.
Okay, so a threesome happens.
Yeah. Now, this is like one of my favorite lines. Peter Pan says, well, I do think of myself as pansexual. Because Peter Pan.
The Queen and the Scarecrow, they kind of get together too, outside of that.
Essentially,
you can't do a pun with someone's already. You're not getting credit for the pun. Someone else did the pun, and we were reviewing it. You can't just get a second credit for a pun someone else did. I just want to justify why I'm not giving you any credit for it.
Sam actually does award inspiration for that pun, which is great. I just spilled tea on myself. And then Peter says, well, just call me Peter Pun. And then Sam takes away the inspiration. But anyway, 7 minutes in heaven. Everyone makes out with everyone. The Queen... the Queen
is that what you wrote? Yeah. Alright, that basically happens.
I've also got that's really hot in brackets. The Queen straddles the straw man and finishes like real quick. Again, the weirdness and tension just goes sky high. Beast cockblocks the Scarecrow.
I don't know what happened on the break, They're like, hey, how about we just go for it?
I think at break they just could have been,
Alright, let's just get to Pleasure Island. We're at Pleasure Island. The Lost Boys decide to stay on the ship.
They follow Beast.
The Beast is kind of getting a bit nervous. He's kind of lost the plot a little bit. And it's indicating he's lost the plot a bit.
They do a bit of insight because they kind of think, what the hell's going on here? And I think one of them has detect thoughts. So they cast that on Beast, which just gives you surface thoughts, and then you can make a roll to go deeper into the mind. Essentially, he just says something along the lines of, I hope that Jack knows what's going on. I hope that nothing's going wrong.
Basically, it's very suspicious, but it doesn't really say what's going on.
Right, because essentially he succeeds on his wisdom check to penetrate deeper with the spell through the minds. Anyway, they follow Beast into the centre of the island.
And they come up to a gingerbread house.
Massive gingerbread house,
which is made out of Lego.
Yeah, which, hey, if you're a low-budget DM and you got some Lego, lying around,
I mean,
makes a fun
I don't think
element.
Sam's a low-budget DM.
No.
I just think he likes Lego.
Or if you just like Lego, that works too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But basically, this is when Beast kind of reveals, like, he's basically... his motivations were kind of weird.
Yeah.
But he basically needs to prove love still exists, and, like, he's real kind of torn and kind of goes a bit crazy. And then there's, Jack Frost.
Jack Frost is in the house.
And I think later on a Shrek-esque character comes through.
Right. And Beast is roasting Hook's head over a fire and eats it, which I thought was pretty cool.
Like an apple.
Yeah, like an apple. That's what I got. Yeah, like an apple. Which is kind of crazy, kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, and Piper shows up, so he's basically mind controlling. You find out at the end that he's mind controlling these guys to kind of attack a squad while the squad tries to bring down the Beast.
Yeah. So essentially, roll initiative and combat ensues once more. This is the penultimate battle of the one shot, the climax of the story.
It's the ultimate battle. It's not the penultimate. Penultimate comes before.
See, I don't know these things.
Yeah, penultimate's like just before. So the penultimate would have been the Lost Boys fight.
I learned something today, guys.
Yeah.
If you're out there and you didn't know that, then you learned something too. We went on a little journey together there, and I'm
glad you
proud
don't
of us.
DM us. So.
I'm gonna kill your wolves. Anyway, essentially, the Queen, they do some wisdom saves. Peter Pan uses a potion of love. I actually did write down
filter of love.
U's and R's. Love.
Yeah, so he pulls the filter of love down the Beast's throat.
Yeah.
Which makes the Beast fall in love with the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
First one he saw. And basically I put Queen and the Beast.
Yeah, that's what I've got as well.
And they kind of make out, and
the kiss breaks the spell.
It breaks something, because this bit gets real confusing. So they kiss, and then the Beast, then Beauty comes in, kind of like claps, and the Beast kind of says, "Well, I knew you would be the one to find true love or something," and then. All the other guys kind of... Sam said he ran out of time, and he said just like, it was all a dream.
Yeah,
and it was like...
that's how Sam ends it. He goes, I don't have time for the next bit, but you all wake up. It was a dream. One of those meta fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, so... was it a dream?
We don't know, probably.
Yeah.
Essentially that's it. Tasha's seduced laughter was used. They all wake up. Beat jumps up. He says, "You did it! You found true love. Another successful cruise." Beauty says that when she appears. I knew it would work. You found love after all, kind of thing, which is a nice little end of hope.
Yeah, but she found love with Beast. But Beast is with Beauty still.
It was a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
But it was fun. The sexual tension.
Or maybe it means Scarecrow. Maybe the kiss made her realise she wasn't in love with the Beast and was in love with the Scarecrow.
Yeah. So,
does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure it does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves a Scarecrow.
Yeah.
And
although the ones in Doctor Who were kind of
But
scary.
Wendy and Peter Pan didn't really get together.
No.
They kind of just stayed.
I had such a crush on both of them throughout this thing.
I had a crush on Goldie.
Yeah, Goldie's pretty good.
I think Goldie was the one I had a crush on.
Nice.
I guess we could talk about it because of the love episode. So
Yeah,
it sounds
yeah.
too creepy.
It does make us sound a little bit like 15-year-olds at high school talking about our crushes, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Our emotional level is probably around there somewhere anyway.
Mental level. Anyway,
that's it. That's the episode. Sam's one shot. The wonderful singles cruise with Fairytale stories.
I'll make up a title while people Google. Just knocked the camera. Sorry.
Yeah. That's all good. That's all good.
We're fucked the rest of the camera.
This has been a weird NPCs, but it was a weird one shot, so it totally fits.
Next week. Doesn't look like there's going to be an episode because it's Thanksgiving.
Damn you, America, with your imagined holidays.
It's not imagined. It's a key holiday.
Pilgrims and stuff.
How dare you
belittle an entire nation.
You basically belittle an entire culture. Good job.
And most of our viewers are from America as well. I apologise. You guys can have Thanksgiving. It's fine.
The whole culture is about belittling another culture as well. So it's like Inception.
Like we said, this has been a weird NPCs. No, Thanksgiving's great. Eat some turkey. It's weird because
don't dig yourself in the hole. Just go for the closing.
In New Zealand, we don't have Thanksgiving, so really my only understanding of Thanksgiving is from episodes of Friends, where we get to see that.
So okay, here's the fun thing. What is Thanksgiving?
Fuck. Okay, Thanksgiving. is about the Indians and the Pilgrims.
Yeah.
And the Indians invented turkeys. So the
We
Pilgrims...
invented turkeys.
So the Pilgrims cooked the turkeys and said, "Thank you for inventing turkeys." And then they all held hands.
Okay, we're going to go with that.
That's my understanding of it.
It's wrong.
Historically accurate facts here on NPCs of something. We're going to wrap it up there before this gets any stranger.
Turkeys.
Something.
Anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching. We will be releasing this week NPCs number 8 with Max from our games, and next week. So we will be doing NPCs next week. Just won't be about a new episode. It'll be about episode 9. We're going into the double digits.
I'm actually really loving going back and watching the original first episodes of Critical Role.
Eventually, we're going to have to catch up, and then we're like, what do we do now?
Yeah. I got a plan for that.
It'll be years.
Yeah.
It'll be years.
Yeah. I'll be on a spaceship by then on the way to Ogrimmar. Anyway, that is this. That is us. Thanks for engaging with the comments and stuff. We really do like reading you guys.
Make sure you like, subscribe, all that, and also like us on Twitter. Boom.
And that's pretty much us for tonight. So from myself, Oliver Dungeon Master, and
Dave.
Have a good evening, day, wherever you are in the world. And remember, on the D20 Multiverse, nerds are power.
No, it's not a catchphrase, bro.
It's a good catchphrase. It is a good nerds are power.
It's already been used.
Really?
You could look it up.
Damn it.
Dark. Light. Dark. Light.
Dave.
Dark.
Dave.
Light.
Dave, you've been doing this for an hour.
Light. Well, change your damn light bulb. Dark. Light.
Sorry. Sorry, I have to do that again. I couldn't, I had to break.
Well, that wasn't that funny.
It was really quite funny. You shouted at me. Alright.
We didn't discuss I was going to shout at you. It just felt right in the moment.
Oh,
Alright, do you want to try it again?
Let's try it again. Right. That's the blooper.